All right, I'm going to dive into why you potentially would be not gaining muscle with exercise, because that's one of the number one ways that you can build muscle. Now realize that the female body actually has a harder time building muscle than the male body. Why? Hormones and testosterone is a big one. Of course, of course. And it's not that women can't build muscle. It just is done in a different time frame. It's done at different times of the month per our hormone shifts and changes. I talk about some of this information in my book, The Female Fat Solution. And if you don't have a cycle anymore, and you're like, what about me? Female Menopause Solution, this book is going to be a great resource for you just to understand what your system needs, what your physical body needs when your hormones shift and change. So, I'm Dr. Beth Westie, women's health and hormone expert, and I want to just dive into this because exercise, again, is the number one way that people are told, like, oh, this is how you build muscle. This is how you're going to boost your metabolism. This is how you're going to get this going. You need muscle to burn fat. Yes. But what if you're going to the gym and you're like, I'm working out. I don't feel stronger. I actually feel exhausted. I work out and I am super sore for 5 days. Is that normal? No, it's not normal. How many of you have ever done that? Okay. I have done that, right? Where you're like, you do a leg day and then the next day you're like, it's hard to get up and down off the toilet. Right? Let me know in the comments if you're like, oh, totally me. Yep, leg day can be a killer. Totally, right? I do check the comments. So I would love to see what your, is it leg day for you? It's leg day for me. I love doing a leg day, but sometimes leg day just gets me. Upper body day for some reason doesn't annoy me as much as a leg day. But the thing is that if you're sore for a day and can kind of feel it maybe on the second day or third day, not a big deal. You shouldn't be struggling to go up and down stairs, but at the end of the week still. No, your system should have recovered. Your system should have repaired by then. So by gaining muscle, if you think just exercise is the way to do it, it's not. It's not. Exercise only works if your body is getting the right fuel and if everything internally is working as it should to be able to build that muscle. It's not just about the exercise. So I want to go through and talk about some of these things here that are really, really important. First thing, besides doing exercise, sure, but you can ensure that your body is going to build lean muscle and gain that fabulous lean muscle by getting the right fuel in. What is this fuel? Anyone? It's like my favorite thing to talk about ever. Yes, that's right. It's protein. Protein, getting enough protein in. And on my YouTube channel, Dr. Beth Westie, you can subscribe to that. So you can dive through all the videos I have. Look for ones where I talk about protein pacing, getting enough protein in to support lean muscle growth. If you're not getting enough protein, again, you're still, I'm eating some protein. Great. It might not be enough to really build lean muscle. And we're going to talk about some things that steal that muscle tissue next here that you got to watch out for. But this is one of my favorite protein bars. This is called RAR Bar. RAR Bar! Because it's so fun to say. Yes. Organic ingredients. These are gluten-free. This one has 20 grams of protein in it. It says it right there. And there we go. So this is a great protein bar, a great protein bar that is delicious and great to have before a workout, after a workout, that type of thing, but also to help you reach your protein goals for the day. So I love getting enough protein in, but I have more videos on my YouTube channel, which is just Dr. Beth Westie, so you can, subscribe there. The next thing here that you got to make sure you watch out for why your system might not be building lean muscle is that your stress levels might be too high. Now, there, of course, are things like, make sure you decrease your stress. Make sure you meditate and journal. Yes, absolutely. But sometimes it's like these things just get triggered in your system and you're like, how do I get my system to not do this? You need help, you need tools. And there are specific supplements and tinctures that I have that are available that actually help your system balance your adrenals and decrease your stress levels. So I'm going to put these in the comments right here so you can check out these tinctures and really get the best things for your system. Because if you are under a lot of stress,
I don't care how much protein you're eating, right? It's still going to be really hard on your system if you are not managing your stress, right? If you are not managing your stress, your body can't rebuild muscle tissue. You're going to be sore longer. You're going to be more fatigued. You're not going to be able to actually build strength. If you're going to the gym and doing a workout program or something, right? I'm doing the exercise, I'm doing the work, I'm spending the time there. Great. But if you start lifting bicep curls with 10 pounds, you should be able to move to 12 pounds. You should be able to move to 15 pounds, to 20 pounds, right? Over the course of 8 weeks or so. If you can't make those jumps, that means your body's not building that muscle. And oftentimes it's because of stress. So help your system have a better stress response with the tinctures that help your body balance stress and boost your adrenals. Yes, it makes a huge, huge difference here. And then the last one that I'm going to put down here is, of course, just overall hormones. Hormones, when we talk about your estrogen, progesterone levels, things like that, if you are estrogen dominant, and have PCOS issues, it's going to be harder for your body to build lean muscle. Endometriosis, fibroids, irregular cycles, really bad PMS symptoms. Your system can have a harder time building lean muscle, especially at those points during your cycle, especially during the progesterone phase of your cycle. Days 1 through 14, which I talk about more in my books, is the estrogen phase. So this is the tincture that I have for estrogen, estro balance. Take this during days 1 through 14. It helps your body create and maintain the right amount of estrogen for you. And this is going to really help your system with this muscle building at this point in your cycle. Now, when your system shifts over to progesterone after you ovulate, days 15 through 28, your system should be able to create muscle tissue still. It's just not quite at the same pace. But if you're estrogen dominant, it really decreases that muscle building. So if you feel like, oh, I feel like I do really well at the gym for a couple of weeks, and then the next couple of weeks, it's like a different body at the gym. I go to the gym and I can't even lift what I lifted last week. What is wrong with me? Nothing. It's your hormones and your system is not being supported. Start supporting your system to allow your hormones to help you out with your workout, to help you out to build that lean muscle. That's what these are designed for. It's incredible to hear women's stories where they're like, oh my gosh, I had my period and normally I have PMS really bad and it's really, really terrible, but I just went through this whole thing and I didn't even realize it was a problem. Like, I feel amazing. I didn't even know my period was coming. I forgot that I had it. Yep, that's what those tinctures do. So working with your hormones, and this is like a little known secret for a lot of women, a little known secret. Like, we don't realize that this is a superpower for us. Take advantage of these different hormones that you have to help your system build lean muscle. So I got information there in the comments for those tinctures for you to get a hold of, the one for your adrenals and then the ones for estrogen and progesterone. Let me know if you have any other questions on that, but I would love to hear in the comments again. Let me know what's worse for you. Is it leg day or is it like upper body day or is it ab day? Like if you do a killer set of abs, right? And then you try and roll over in bed later and you're like, whoa, what? I would love to know. All right, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Let me know if you need anything else. Otherwise, I will see you later.